Welcome back. This is Chili Davis, and I'm back to do another video. I want to welcome back all my subscribers and all my new viewers. If you're new, please click the subscribe button to get my frequent updates. Well, tonight I want to talk about 3 or 4 stocks, but first of all, I'd like to talk about Tesla. Tesla stock on Friday traded about $861. And on Thursday night, they did announce a stock split of 3-to-1. So the stock split will happen. It was approved on Thursday night, and they will split the stock on August 25th. So in about 2 weeks, the stock will be a 3-for-1. So if you got shares at one share at $861, you should be getting some shares at $230 per share coming on August 25th. So that's in about 2 weeks. Stock split of 3-to-1. Tesla shares will happen on August 25th. So that is good news for all the people that would love to invest in Tesla, but the stock is a little bit pricey at $861 per share, and it will be splitting basically at a third of the cost. Now, it will not change the valuation of the company, but Elon Musk did approve of the stock split on all the shareholders on Thursday night. I think they had a big shindig in Texas. Elon Musk did speak on this past Thursday. Okay, so you can check out the article on Forbes and understand that it does not change the value of the company. They're just making it easier for people to buy into Tesla, okay? The #1 EV company, okay? Now, 3 stocks I want to talk about briefly tonight. Earnings whisper, Palantir Technologies does report tomorrow, the data analytics company. Upstart Holdings, FinTech will report tomorrow, and Walt Disney will report as well. So those are 3 stocks that will report. Palantir being a data analytics company, pretty much they have contracts with the government, different various agencies, and they do data analytics for the government, Air Force, and the Army. Let's see. So Palantir Technologies will report tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. The data analytics company led or founded by Peter Thiel. Again, Peter Thiel was one of the founders of PayPal. Again, he started Palantir several years ago in 2004. And again, 2003. And it's led by a guy named Alex Karp, okay? So they have Palantir a lot of contracts with the government. They did 1.5 billion in revenue last year. Now, what they will be doing on the earnings call tomorrow is talking about for the last 3 months, how much did they make and how much they expect to make for the rest of the year, okay, for the next 3-4 months. So they give a positive forecast or negative forecast, and then the Wall Street analysts will either upgrade the stock or downgrade the stock, but we'll find that out early tomorrow. If the stock is downgraded, I'm thinking the stocks in general, technology stocks may fall. So hopefully tomorrow morning when Palantir opens up, they have a great earnings call and it kicks off the stock market. If not, this could lead the stock market into a downturn, okay? Because this is a technology-based company. Again, one of the founders, Peter Thiel, he's part of the PayPal mafia. This company has only been around for about 2 years on the public stock market exchange. They opened up at their IPO price at $9.20. And this is not a good look for a new company, okay? But they do have guaranteed revenue, but it's the push of Wall Street is, hey, can you bring us more money each quarter or bring up new strategies or new services that could possibly bring in more revenue? We do not know if the CEO is able to do that. So we'll hear from the CEO tomorrow, Alex Karp, and probably the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, and they'll be answering questions from the Wall Street analysts, and we'll see if Palantir stock can pop 5% or 2%. Who knows? But if we look over the last 5 days, the stock has already been up over 11%. Now, one way I would trade Palantir Technologies is if I could see it fall to $10 and you could do a possible range trade on it where you're trading between $10 and $11. When it gets to $11, sell out and come back in when it comes back down to $10. But again, I don't see right now a really long term in Palantir Technologies. Again, they are right back at their IPO price, pretty much their IPO price after being on the market for 2 years. Okay. So that's Palantir Technologies. The next stock I'll talk about tonight is Upstart Holdings. This is an AI lending platform. So basically it's artificial intelligence, basically reading your bank statements or your credit union statements, whichever financial institution you're with. And basically based off that information, they'll give you a loan. So it's basically a computer algorithm that runs against your personal profile, your credit, and then it basically makes a decision or not to give you a loan. The stock has fallen significantly over the last 6 months. The stock is literally down over 70%, where it was trading earlier this year at $120 per share. It is now trading at $29 per share. Okay, so they're going to have to give out some great information on this call in order to keep people interested in Upstart Holdings. There's quite a bit of a lot of competition in the fintech space with SoFi, Affirm, and Square, and so many other fintechs out there. Upstart Holdings may not be the platform any longer, considering there's so many other alternatives that you can borrow money from and that are look so much better on paper. If you know, I own a lot of SoFi. SoFi is another big fintech, and I think that's the one that's the best of the bunch. Okay, so right here, if you read Motley Fool, they do a comparison, SoFi and Upstart Holdings. Again, last year this was probably Upstart was one of the best stocks to own, but in a super hiked rate market, you know, you want to go with companies that are more secure. Okay, so SoFi is an actual bank, while it's Upstart is basically contract papers. So that means they have to go to a bank to create a loan. And that means if they create a loan, that means they have to pay a bank first and then make an interest on the customer. Okay, so even though it's a great algorithm, it's a great tool. I love the fact that they're using software to make a better risk assessment, whereas someone's credit worthy. Right now in this current market of high interest rates, it's really tough to make a decision and invest in Upstart Holdings. I know from what I know in previous quarters, they have been profitable, but they have a lot of debt and a lot of other situations going on, other possible business models that may not be able to help them to grow the stock over the next few quarters. Okay, so Upstart Holdings stock to watch. Let's see what happens. Maybe they do go up 5 or 6%. Looks like they've been up already the last 5 days since we did have the tech earnings of the last 2 weeks. But I'm not sure Upstart Holdings is going to be able to hold on. Okay, again, it's led by I think the CFO Sanche Data here. But again, it's a fairly young company. Again, I think the rates on their loan are kind of high too. They're more along the lines of subprime. I know that they were going into auto loans. I don't know how that's working out yet, but it is a great idea. It's just if the company cannot execute in this high interest rate environment. Okay, so that's Upstart Holdings will report tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern time. And the last stock to talk about is Disney. Again, Walt Disney Company has several amusement parks across the U.S. and across the world. Also, they bring in billions of dollars. This is a company led by a fairly new CFO called Bob Chapek. The company was taken over by Bob Chapek after I believe Bob Iger decided to retire. But the company has not fared well over the last 6 months. They've gotten to some political turmoil in the Florida, Orlando market, basically with the government there in Florida. A lot of politics are happening, and the stock price has taken a hit over 25% in the last 6 months. But again, Disney has been a classic. It does have a lot of revenue generating sources, whether it's the streaming app or it's the amusement parks. Okay, so Disney does have multiple streams of income, but we will not know how the Walt Disney Company is doing until we hear about the information on the earnings call. Also, look out for subscriber growth. So if the streaming app is actually growing in subscribers, it's highly competitive in these streaming apps, whether it's Disney Plus or Netflix or Paramount, they're all competitive. Okay. So let's see where they're moving on the streaming app side. Okay. Are they growing subscribers? All right. So you hear all that on Wednesday. Walt Disney Company will report earnings and revenue for the quarter for the last 3 months, and then they also will give guidance for the next 3 months. Okay, so those are 3 stocks to watch this week. Number 1, Palantir will report tomorrow morning. Number 2, Upstart Holdings will report tomorrow afternoon, and then the Walt Disney Company will report as well. So those are 3 stocks to check out on to this week. All right, again, great opportunities. I think I like Walt Disney Company the best out of the 3. But again, I have several stocks that I invest with. Number 1, I'm going to be investing in Tesla. In about 2 weeks, once the stock splits again, I'll be buying more Tesla. But there are several stocks that you can look into and that are not red hot right now. And you can dollar cost your average way in. Okay. All right. So one other thing I want to mention is check out Stop Struggling Now. Eric Byrd and Stop Struggling Now has several business opportunities, whether you want to make money through crypto. And he also talks about investing in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. So if you're interested in learning about how to invest in real estate, check out Eric Byrd. He has some interesting content. Again, I'll leave his YouTube link below. And I think that's about it for me tonight. So I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share. If you'd like to get some free stock, please use my Robinhood link below. And everybody have a great week.